So guys, recently Ajay had commented in our previous video that make a video on the HDE hiring process. So here it is. So I'm requesting all of our viewers to comment their requirements as well, for which off-campus type or for which company you want us to make videos, so that we'll be able to know what are the requirements and make videos according to your requirements for that company or for that off-campus type, because it is not possible for us to make videos regarding each and every companies or the each and every off-campus types. According to your requirements, we'll be making videos, and within 5 to 7 days we'll be uploading the videos after you are commenting for that off-campus type. So in this video, we'll be discussing about Amazon's software development engineer, that means HDE 123 interview process 2021. So in this video, we'll be discussing about its interview process, some of the sure shot or the mostly asked questions and answers, and at the end, some of the tips and tricks on how to crack the interview and how to prepare for this interview or how to impress the HRs. So there will be totally 6 to 7 rounds for this interview or for this role. So first one will be a HR recruiter email, that means the interview email or the HR call. So in case of referral, you will be getting calls. If it is a off-campus drive, then you will be getting the HR recruiter's email, because it is not possible for them to call each and individual candidates if it is a off-campus drive. Then second recruitment process is the online assessment, and after completing the online assessment, if you are shortlisted for the further rounds, there will be technical phone screens. 1 to 2 interviews will be there. Then the on-site interview, 4 to 6 interviews, and HR round will be included in that. So on-site interview depends upon the situation. In case right now, due to COVID-19 situation, the on-site interview may not happen, the online interview process may happen. Then the system design rounds or the system design questions. Then the last round is the bar raiser. So it totally depends upon the hiring process, or you can say hiring mode. So if it is a online, or you can say if it is a on-campus drive, the interview process may differ according to the requirements, or you can say according to the college hiring process, but it is the you can say structure of the hiring process for this role, HDE software development engineer role. Then now let's discuss about the first interview process, online assessment. So in this online assessment, there will be a debugging section. So totally there will be 7 questions or the coding questions. You need to solve the debugs or the errors within 25 minutes, and the difficulty level is hard. So in some of the cases, you might be getting the MCQs on the conditional operators or the OOPS concept or the data structure, array, string, and finding the output basic of the based on the conditional operators or the other increment, decrement operators, etc. So you may get the debugging questions or the MCQ questions. It totally depends upon the interview process. Then logical ability question, it will be in the online assessment or in the written test. 24 questions will be there. You need to complete within 35 minutes, and it will be based on the qualitative aptitude such as blood relations, directions, complete the series, etc. And difficulty level is hard. Then you'll be getting 2 coding questions in the coding round or coding section. So total you'll be getting 70 minutes to complete these 2 questions, and you can one any of these programming languages like Java or Python or C++, C hash, etc. Example, mostly asked questions are the backtracking or the hashing problems. Then work style assessment. So this will be built around the Amazon's leadership principles. So you can search about the Amazon's leadership questions or the what are the leadership principles of Amazon. So different companies has different leadership principles, like my company or TCS has the different leadership principles. So in this video later we'll be discussing about what are the principles of Amazon. Then the technical phone screening round, that means the second round. So if you are passed the online assessment, you will be invited to one or more, that means the two technical phone screens. So this step is called the phone screen, but most of the time it takes place over the video chat using Amazon's own video conferencing product. So each interview will last 45 to 60 minutes, maximum 60 minutes. So it depends upon them how many rounds of online or the telephonic phone screen interview they will take. So maximum of two telephonic phone screening interview will be there. Then you will speak to technical recruiters or the potential managers, and they will ask you mix of the technical as well as the behavioral questions. So now let's discuss about the technical questions. So the below questions or the format are the most commonly asked Amazon's interview questions. So most of the questions will be getting from the graphs and the trees. 46% of the total question will be getting from the graphs and trees, and from array or the strings you will be getting 38%. From the linked list you will be getting 10%. From the search and sort or the sorting or the searching, binary search, binary sorting or the bubble sort, etc., you will be getting 2%. From the stack and the queues you will be getting 2%, and from the hash tables you will be getting 2% of the question list frequently asked questions. So apart from this, you need to prepare from the OOPS concept. It is common for any off-campus type or for any company. And data structure, it's common. No need to explain or no need to explain about that. It is compulsory to prepare for the OOPS concept, data structure, or the database systems or the computer architectures. These are fixed. Apart from this, you need to prepare for the this mentioned questions or the sections. So here I'll be discussing some of the mostly asked technical questions here. So count inversions in an array using merge sort. So what do you mean by inversion? Count for an array how far or how close the array is from being sorted. So if your array is already sorted, then the inversion count is 0. And if the array is sorted in the reverse order, that inversion count is maximum. So now let's take an example for the better understanding. So suppose here I have an array of elements 10, 3, 9, 6 and 1. So here you can see it is not in the sorted manner or sorted order. So what will be the inversion or what will be the output for this 8? So now let's discuss. So in this process or in this, for to solve this problem, you need to pair the elements or the array elements by searching, or here you can see, suppose my first element is 10, you need to pair the element to the right side of the first element or right side of 10, which is lesser than this 10 or the first element. So here you can see after 10 it is 3. As 3 is less than 10, you need to pair it. Then 9 is less than 10, so again pair it. And then 6 is less than 10, yes, then pair it. And at the end 1 is less than 10, so pair it. So here you can see 10 3 1 pair, 10 9 1 pair. That means we are sorting in the descending order. That means the 10 9 6 3 1, this is the sorted order of this array in the descending order. As it is not in the sorted order, that means you need to count it, how many times you need to sort it. So this is the things which goes or happens background while we are using sort or using sorted method. So here you can see after 10 it is 3, right side of 3, 9 is greater than 3, so will not count or will not pair it. Then 6, no, it is not lesser than this, and 1 is less than 3, so you need to pair it. Then third element is 9, 6 is lesser than this, yes, it is sorted. Then 9 is 1 is less than 9, yes, it is sorted. Then next element is 6, right side to the 6 1 is there and 1 is lesser than 6. That means you need to pair it. So totally there will be 8 inversions. So the output will be 8. Then let's take another example. So totally here 3 elements are there, 3, 1 and 2. So right side of 3, and it is not in the sorted manner. So right side of 3, 1 is there. So 1 pair. And right side of 3, 2 is there. That means sorted. And right side, then next element is 2, and right side of 1, 2 is there. That means 2 is greater than 1. That means it is already sorted. So we need not to sort it. Then find the distance between two nodes of an array of the binary search. So the distance between two nodes is the minimum number of edges to be traversed to reach one node from another. So let's take an example. So remember one thing, the minimum number of edges to be traversed to reach one node from another. So here is the example. So 1, 2, 4, 5. So these are root node. So let's take an example. So what is the distance between 4 and 5? So first here is the 4. What are the edges? 1 edge. Then here is 2. From 2 to 1 edge 5. So totally there are 2 edges. So what will be the output? 2. Then distance between 4 and 6. So here it is 4 and here it is 6. So what is the distance? First you need to reach 5, 3, 1 edge. Then 3 to 1, 2, 1 to 2, 4, 3, sorry, and 2 to 4, 4. So totally you'll be getting 4 edges. Then 3 to 4 distance. Here is the 3 and here is the 4. Like this 1, 2 and 3. Output will be 3. And 2 to 4. Here is the 2 and here is the 4. Totally 1 edge is there. 1. And 8 to 5. Here 8 and here is the 5. So what is the shortest distance? Here no shortcut is there. Directly we can't jump this. We need to move back like this to reach 5. So 1, then again 2, third edge, fourth and fifth edge. Totally we crossed 5 edges to reach from 8 to 5. So the output will be 5. So this is the logic behind this. So try to solve by yourself. If you are going to attend Amazon, then you need to have logically strong or analytically strong, and your coding must be strong. So try to solve by yourself. If you are facing any difficulty, I have the solution. But if you are not able to solve this question by yourself, so comment in the comment section below. I will definitely try to send you the solutions. So I have the solution with me. If I am going to discuss the solution, it will take minimum of 40 to 50 minutes to make you understand, because the code is very long for these 3 questions. So then modify a binary tree to get the pre-ordered traversals using the right pointers only. So these are the most commonly asked questions or the frequently asked questions for the Amazon software development engineer role. So please practice these 3 questions. And if you are facing any difficulties while solving all these questions, please ask in the comment section. We'll definitely try to help you. Then the behavioral questions. So tell me about yourself. These are the silly questions, but be careful. Why do you want to join Amazon? Scenario based questions, like technology related solutions you need to provide. Scenario based questions we'll be discussing further later in this video. Then tell me about a feature or innovation that you have developed from the scratch to the finish or till the end. And when answering even the most common or the silly interview questions, be sure to express your understanding of Amazon's leadership principles. This is the main thing that you need to focus or care about while answering all these questions. So the question might be silly, but as a professional engineer or professional people, you need to approach the solution or answer in a professional manner by following their principles. This is the thing that they will be searching for inside a inside a candidate, because they are going to pay very huge amount of salary for this role. Then HD interviews tend to primarily focus on these four principles that we have highlighted below. So these are the primary, or you can say, four principles of Amazon, like other companies have. So Amazon's leadership principles are the customer obsession, ownership, bias for the action, have backbone or disagree, and the commit. So one by one we'll be discussing about that. So customer obsession, so that means the customer oriented or the customer satisfaction. So now, most commonly asked questions for the customer obsessions are in for Amazon only. Tell me about a time that you had to deal with a difficult customer. Then tell me about a time you made something much similar or simpler for the customer. Which company has the best customer service and why? Tell me about a time you said no to a customer request and why. So you might be thinking that I am a fresher and I don't have these types of answers, or I don't have any these types of experience or actions happened in my life. So how can I answer these questions? So definitely they are not going to ask these questions to the freshers. In this case, difficult to handling the customer, it will not ask these questions. So they may ask, tell me about a time you made something much simpler for the customers or for your customers. So this will be totally based upon your project that you have developed during your academic career, or during your qualification, or during your graduation. So you can tell or say like that, we have developed this project or this product. Through this product, the customers will be more able to work or complete their tasks more easily, etc., etc. The advantages of your project or product you can add here smartly. So which company has the best customer services? You can search in the website or in the Google or in the internet. You will get many blogs related this about this. So for 2-3 companies I will outline here. TCS, you can say Amazon has a very good service or the customer satisfying experience they provide, and another is the Flipkart. So tell me about a time you said no to the customer's request and why. These are the experienced candidates. Then the ownership interview questions. Describe an intense instance where you had to make an important decision without approval from your boss. So again, this is for the experienced candidate. For the freshers, they may ask like, suppose you are in a project, and what are the scenario or situation when you took a action without asking or without approval of your team lead or the project lead. The projects that you have developed during your qualification or during your graduation. Tell me about your time you took ownership of a problem that was not to focus of your organization. So when was the last time that you have sacrificed a long-term value to complete a short-term task? So these are the most commonly asked questions for these sections. That means the ownership interview questions. Then bias for any action interview questions. So tell me about a time when you launched a feature with known risks. Because that means you knew that there is a risk if you are launching that feature, but still you launched that. Then tell me about a time you broke a complex problem into simple sub parts. So again, project time. So while asking these types of questions in the behavioral round, for the freshers, you need to focus much more in your project work or the teamwork, because all these things are based upon the teamwork for the freshers. So then tell me about a time you had to change your approach because you are going to miss a deadline. Then have a backbone or disagree or the commit interview questions. So tell me about a time you had to conflict with your team but decided to go ahead with their proposals. Tell me about a time you had a conflict with the co-workers or the managers and how you approached it. Tell me about a time you disagreed with your team and convinced them to change their positions. So these are the also valid for the freshers during their project work, because in the project work maximum time candidates or the team members or the students may have different opinions regarding that product. That means that if you are adding that feature it will work, if you are changing that feature it will not work, etc, etc. You can add. Tell me about a time you work as a your work was criticized. Maximum time it happens. As a human being or as a team member or team player, you must face all these situations. So you need to tell all these things. So these are the mostly asked questions for this role. Then after completing, or if you are being shortlisted or being qualified, then the on-site interview. So it depends. So during this COVID-19 situation, they may not ask for the on-site interview, rather than they will take the online interview. So if you are cracked the phone screen, the next step is to spend a full day at Amazon's office and participate in 4 to 6 interviews. So it depends. Then interviews will last about 60 minutes again, and be one-on-one with a mixed people from the team that you are applying for. That means software developer team, including peers, that means other developers or the other team members, the hiring manager and the senior executive, that means the team lead, etc. Then 3 or 4 of the interviews will be include coding questions, that is the data structure, algorithm, etc, which will need to solve on a whiteboard, because it is not possible to write simply in the pen and paper and show it to them. It will not be possible while explaining it to the 3 or 4, more than 3-4 people or the hiring person. So you need to explain it on the in front of the whiteboard. So be confident and approach or solve the problem like you are teaching or explaining it to your other colleagues or other friends or the college mates. So you'll be asked behavioral questions in all the interviews. It is also for the on-site interview, or it is also for the screening interview. That means here at the top, technical phone screening round. So then, so after completing that, there will be a system design interview. So totally there will be, in the on-site interview, there totally will be 4 to 6 rounds of interview. So there will be also a system design interview. It is included on the on-site interview. So Amazon's products have million of monthly activities or active users. So Amazon's engineers therefore need to be able to design a system that are highly scalable and maintainable. But the system design questions you will be asked typically more open-ended and feel more like a discussion. That means sharing your ideas and thoughts. So they will not ask like design the system or write a code to develop the database or software, etc. They will simply needing your ideas or the thoughts, so that they will be able to know what is your analytical skill or logically how much you are strong. So then some of the mostly asked questions for this round or for this system design interview are: how would you design a warehouse system for Amazon.com? So simply they need your logic or idea or the design. How will be approaching that problem? They need to know. How would you design the Amazon.com so it can handle 10x more traffic than today? How would you design Amazon.com database, customers, orders, product, etc.? So how will you design Google search autocomplete? How would you design the Dropbox? How would you design a real-time ranking system for the Fortnite? Then how would you design a parking payment system? How would you design an electronic voting system? So these are the mostly asked questions. So I have searched in the Google and found all these questions. So you need to simply search or by using your thoughts or your ideas, you need to approach these questions. Then bar raiser. So these are the last interview process or last round, you can say. So this is very much easy to complete or go through this process, because they will be asking the technical questions or like that only. So the last Amazon interview process, as we discussed earlier, so they make sure that you as a candidate raise the bar for certain competencies, which means that you should be better than minimum of 50% of the people or the Amazon employee that are currently in that level. That means if you are not that much good as they are minimum 50%, then they are not going to hire you, because they get special training to make sure that Amazon's hiring process or the standards stay high and don't degrade over time. So like in other companies or other cases, I have seen that most of the time, if the candidates have good communication skills or the interpersonal skills, they simply hire. But in case of Amazon, then maintain a separate or the separate level for this, so they never go down. So that's why the bar raiser interview process or the interview round is there. So I hope this is all about the Amazon's hiring process. So I've discussed each and every part that you must know before attending for this tribe. So if you're facing any difficulties or if you have any doubt, then you can comment down in the comment section below, so that we'll be able to help you as soon as possible. And also you can join us or contact us through the social medias like Telegram or LinkedIn or Instagram. So we'll be providing the link in the description of this video, so that you'll be able to reach us. And one more thing, try to solve all these three technical questions that we discussed. And one more thing, if you are not able to answer the questions or code the problems, then no worries, try to approach that questions logically, and most of the time it helps. If you are not able to solve the questions properly, or if you are not able to write that code properly, and you are able to approach that questions logically, if you are logically true, then they simply hire you, because most of the candidates or the employees are not that much good at coding, but if they are good at logically or analytically, they are strong or proficient, and that time they hire them. So I'm requesting all of you to give your best and rest upon the God. So thank you for watching, and all the best for your job search.